Welcome back to It's Easy. In this series, I'm covering basics of electrical engineering. Previously, I discussed about Kirchhoff current law. In this video, I want to move further, so without further ado, let's get started. In part 6, I will discuss about nodal analysis with independent sources. First, I will give some introduction about independent sources and then I will proceed towards nodal analysis. In the last video, I mentioned that if you understand KCL, then nodal analysis will be no problem for you. You will see that in this video. First of all, what is independent sources? Independent sources are the sources used in a circuit where they do not depend upon other elements of the circuit, or you can simply say that the simple sources are independent one. These are two circuits where the voltage and current sources are independent one. Okay, moving on, let's start nodal analysis. This is a circuit as an example. Similar looking? Yes, it is almost same circuit which I used in previous video, but there is a minor changing. I added one more resistor in this circuit. So these are the nodes or point which we know the value of voltages. But this time instead of one unknown point, I added 2 points or nodes where the voltage is unknown and rename them as V1 and V2 as you can see on the screen. Now let's use KCL statement which states that the entering plus leaving current at any point is equal to 0, which we discussed in detail in last video. Okay, now first we have to write equation for point 1 or at V1 you can say, as there are 3 junctions joining at that point, so there will be 3 terms to add here. First one is V1 minus 25 divided by 50, and finally second one is V1 minus V2 divided by 50, and finally V1 minus 0 divided by 100 and equal to 0 according to KCL. At point 2 there would be 2 terms as there are 2 junctions joining at that point. First one is V2 minus V1 divided by 50 and second one is V2 minus 0 divided by 100. Don't forget that these terms are actually the currents entering or leaving at that point. Okay. Now let's first simplify the equation which we developed for point 1, and this simplification is pretty simple and straightforward. This is the first simplified equation. Simplifying the second equation as well. So these are 2 simplified equations. Now it depends upon you which method you want to choose to solve for V1 and V2. Here I am using Cramer rule, which is easy as compared to other methods when number of nodes increased. In Cramer rule, first of all, write the coefficients of developed equations in the form of matrix as you can see on the screen. Then simply take determinant of the matrix. Then make another matrix and replace its first column with the constant which are mentioned on to the right side of equal in both equations. Take the determinant of this matrix as well. To find V1, divide determinant of A1 matrix with determinant of matrix A. Okay, similarly, similar process will be done by replacing second column this time and find V2. Okay, now the value of V1 and V2 is known. A quick reminder, if you are enjoying this video and want to see more content like this, then sub to the channel would be electrifying. Let's put the determined values in KCL equations to verify KCL. The circuit is shown again on screen. The same known voltages are again mentioned on screen, but this time V1 and V2 voltages are also there, as we can have now determined them as well. Writing KCL, at point V1, these are the 3 currents found after putting values of V1 and V2 in the equation. The negative sign value is the entering current and positive sign value is leaving, as you can see on circuit as well. Similarly, verify KCL on point V2 as well, and you will find entering and leaving currents. I hope all of you found this video helpful. If yes, then consider liking and subscribing. It gives motivation to improve the content. I will be back with next video, but till then,